How long am I going to stare at this camera for? Today I'm going to be going over my after review of the eBay intake I bought for my Mazda right here.
If you're at all new to the channel, that is my 2008 Mazda 3 hatchback. It's got some modifications done to it, lowered flares, there's got STR racing rims, got a couple of engine mods, full engine back exhaust, clutch, shifter, stuff like that. So my after review is going to be on this part right here. I bought this on eBay. It's just a intake setup. It's cold air. You can see the install video. I'll put a link to it in the description and at the end of the video if you want to take a look at it. So the cold air comes out to about right here in your front bumper. One of the big issues that I found with it was, well, not running the plastic inner liners in my fender, since my car has a bit of a aggressive stance. It has a little bit of a wider rim, so it needs those flares. Okay, so check it out there. I don't have those plastic inner liners in the fender, so one of the issues I found with running this cold air is water would, if you were to drive it in the rain, water would get spun up by the tires and shot up into the air cleaner, which made it absolutely terrible because one day it was pouring and I almost flooded the car out, so I stopped driving this car in the rain, which was a good thing in general. But now I can drive this car again in the rain, which is a very good thing, because I ended up taking that off. The biggest reason why I decided to take that off was because I had an emissions test that was needed to be done. I had a huge exhaust leak, which I thought was the reason why I had a check engine light, but what it ended up being was my air intake. Now, the thing that I thought, or the reason why I think it's the air intake, is because I still have the piece of paper with the codes on it.
Essentially, I had a couple codes. One of them was too lean of an idle, and then the other one was, can't remember what exactly they were. Basically, there were a bunch of things saying that my idle and my fuel or air to fuel ratio was not correct. So I thought, well, maybe it's the O2 sensor. I didn't think it was the air intake, of course. You don't think so right away. But I thought it was my O2 sensor, so I went ahead and did a test on the O2 sensor. And if you don't know how to do a test on an O2 sensor, just let me know. I would love to make a video on it. It's really easy. It's really just using a voltmeter and a torch, and you heat up your O2 sensor, and you just watch the voltage increase on your voltmeter to make sure that it's working properly. So if you're thinking about getting this eBay intake kit, just know you might have an issue later on with your build and having an engine code potentially come up. If you don't have to worry about emissions, then don't worry about them. Overall, this intake system didn't work for me. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. I got my old intake system back in the car and it's been working way better since then. So maybe this will enlighten you guys on if you're thinking about purchasing this eBay kit. If you do end up purchasing it, you can check out an install video that I did on it. It's not step by step, but it has some kind of an idea of what you got to do and what you got to take apart and put back together to get the job done. If you're interested in buying this from me, you can have it for a really cheap price. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. So hit me up, message me down below, and we'll talk to you guys later. See ya.